So this is going to be a quick introduction to Dendri. When you first go to log into Dendri, you'll have this login screen. The first time you sign up, you'll have to sign up with a username and a password, but as long as that email address is linked to a Google Apps or Gmail account, after this first sign up, you'll be able to enable OAuth and sign in through Google. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. The first time you sign up, you'll see this paywall. During the beta, our pricing is extremely cheap, and it's also free for 30 days. Once you're logged in, the first thing you're going to see is the dashboard. So your dashboard is unique to you. Every user gets their own. It's broken into 3 thirds. The first third is the Taskbar Journal. The second third is your unified Kanban board. And the final third is your history view. So there's a couple of things that you can do with each. Let's start by talking about the Taskbar Journal. This is just an unlinked place for you to put any thoughts that you have, any big goals, any major tasks that you want to get through. You add your to-dos here. You can take notes in this auto-saving rich text box. You can also save this whenever you want. By saving it, you can keep track of how you're doing over time, take down your notes, and you can also talk to your supervisor or talk to yourself and say that you did or didn't get things done. And then that's also going to show up when you come back out here. So you can say I didn't get it done. The other thing that you can do with this is you see I've got something of a Monday morning task list, drink coffee, check my email, clock in, and read BuzzFeed. If I'm getting them done, I can clear completed, and it's going to save a new period. I can also go and reload any past task list that I've had. So we're going to save current and replace for that. So you can use this to organize your tasks throughout the week. You can use it to time block and also to shift between different kinds of work. The second third of your dashboard is your unified Kanban board. This again is unique to you, and it's unique to each team member in your organization. Everybody can set this up however they want. Anytime a task in a project or a matter is assigned to any user, it's going to show up in their inbox. But when you click on a task, everything that you need to know about the task. So up at the top, you have the title. The way we do subtasks is with a tabbed interface. So you can quickly move between different subtasks and go back to the parent. You have a rich text area where you can use a lot of markup. It takes basic markdown commands. You have comments, and you can mention other users. And when you mention it, it'll show up on their history as an unread. Then you also have other things that you would expect. The start date is usually the creation date, but we let you modify it in case you want something to not show up on your task list right away. And you can assign 1 or more users. One of the things that's unique about the way we handle tasks is that we allow for the assignment of a primary user, because in organizations, oftentimes you'll find something's assigned to 4 or 5 people, and they all need to know about it, but nobody has ownership. And so at any point, you can promote any user to be the primary user, just so it's that extra little signal that, hey, this is a person that has primary ownership, and the rest of us just need to know about it. You can also assign a team to a task, and you can label it. Now, the status can be changed both on your board. It doesn't have a user status because this task is sitting in my inbox, but I can change it to any of the columns I have on my dashboard. I can also change it in the matter, and you'll see the name of the matter, the very creatively named slip and fall. So you can immediately from here leave your dashboard and go to the matter screen. We're going to do that manually in a minute. But for now, let's look at the final third. So the final third is everything that you've been mentioned on, everything that you're assigned, and it's not just tasks. It's tasks, it's notes, it's calendar entries, archive tasks, it's also documents. And so all elements in Dendri have labels, they have user assignments. You can change what matter it's assigned to. So if you fat finger something in the wrong file, you can move it over and assign it to the right matter. And you can comment and mention on events, on tasks, on notes. Any item has these things. Other than that, documents and events and notes don't have some of the features that tasks do. They're not going to show up on the Kanban board. They're just going to show up down here. What's important about this history table, first of all, you can export it, whatever your view is, to a spreadsheet. So if you need to manipulate the data in a little more refined way, you can take it right out of Dendri. But you also have pretty powerful filtering. So we can sort here so that we only see events. And these filters are sticky, so you can toggle them on and off, and that way you can work in different kinds of ways in different ways. And so let's say I just want to look at all of my LTD deadlines. I toggle that on, and any task, event, note, or other item that has that label is going to show up here. So if I have a trial preparation list, everything that I've labeled as trial prep, whether it's a calendar entry, whether it's a note, or whether it's a task, is going to show up here, and I can export the whole thing. So this is one of the ways that this is a very useful way to kind of manipulate your data and see everything going on across all of your cases in one place. Let's look at Matters next. As soon as you click on the Matters tab, you'll be taken to a table that'll show you all of your active matters. When you click on one, you'll go to the Matter page. The Matter page looks a little bit like a user dashboard, it's just a little more fixed. So instead of having a Taskbar Journal at the top, it gives you critical information about the case. It gives you the primary linked contact with notes about that contact. It gives you a set of custom statuses and any related contacts. So any contact in your database can be added as a related contact. And then this section right here is just a rich text area where anybody in your team can come in, leave notes. Think about it as a file jacket or a big old whiteboard to tell you what's going on in a case. Now, the Kanban board on a matter can be free. You can add lanes if you want. You can also set them up to have fixed lanes. And the reason you might want to do that is we have an automation engine where you can trigger certain things to happen. So for example, if you have third task, and anytime you have a task named third task, move to waiting for trial, you want to send an email to the managing partner, whoever's in charge of this file, you can do that. If you wanted to generate a letter when you make a motion or change the labels, you can do all of that. If you have a fixed board where you've already set the 6 statuses that you need, you can write automation for a case type that's always going to be consistent and you're going to know what's happening. The tasks are the same. And if you open a task that you're assigned, now you see the status on the matter and you see the status on your own personal dashboard. So obviously this will be different for everybody who looks at it, and you can see it's also assigned to the content management team. Once again, it's in thirds, and so you can see at the bottom, all of your other information is here. This is condensed a little bit, but if we open it up to 100 items, you can see everything that's happened in the case. This can be very good for billing clients. It can also be good for understanding everything in date order. It's going to go into this history, and so you can see longitudinally on a single page without tabbing between a bunch of different parts of your file, everything that's going on in your case, while also handling everything that you need to do. Now, I do want to quickly hop over to team dashboards, which is really the final third of the way we handle tasks in Dendri. So team dashboard looks almost exactly like a personal dashboard. You have a Taskbar Journal. The difference here is that everybody who's on the team can see the same columns, can see the same task period, can see the same dashboard, whereas the user dashboard is personal to them. So you might have a content management team where you're doing SEO posts, and every time you have a client who needs a blog post written, you flag that for the content management board, and everybody in the content management team gets to see that in one place. That's a basic overview of the task flow. Coming soon is API and integration, so you'll be able to actually do this and set up a matter that pulls a Trello board or pulls a Clio matter into Dendri so that you can pull all of those tasks together in a single dashboard and work on them in one place. Hope you enjoyed this. Ask any questions. Thanks.